And we back. It's two P's in the pod.
Cass.
I'm your host, Rich.
And I'm your host, DK.
And today's topic is we unpacking it all.
Letting it all out, man.
Yeah, man. It's a lot to discuss. And first, we're going to talk about the recent overturning of Roe v. Wade. And
officially, huh?
Right, official now. A lot of protests, a lot of uproar, a lot of, conversation and dialogue around this topic, this ruling.
A lot of drama.
And, basically.
Yeah.
And, ultimately, we discussed, we had a abortion show already. Like, people know that. But now that it's fully in play and it has been overturned, where do you think we go from here? What do you think women get out of this ruling? And do they get anything out of this ruling?
I mean, obviously, women feel like they're not. I mean, majority of women who are pro-choice, they feel like they're not getting nothing out of this movement, along with everything that's going on. The one thing that I feel like is making this such a big deal is the lack of things that they need for infantry. The milk. You know what I'm saying? Certain things like that, and just whatever else that they're lacking. Resourcefully wise. It's kind of making it hard to see Roe v. Wade being overturned as a good thing when if a woman keeps the child, there's no economic limitations, there's resource limitation, everything like that. So you look at from a pro-life point of view, yeah, it sounds good. It sounds real good to say they overturned Roe v. Wade and, now babies to be saved. But if you ain't got no safe place or a safe environment for a woman to nurture that child and love that child, then what you think is gonna happen? So, do I agree? Am I a pro-life type of person? Like, I mean, naturally, yeah. I don't think you should just be out here just unjustifiably killing children. But I'm a man. I'm not a woman, bro. I don't understand what it's like to say, I'm pregnant. I don't want this. And I think I covered that on our last show. Like, I don't go too deep off into judging a woman for something I'll never go through. Because why? I feel like that's trying to think like a woman.
Right.
I don't do that.
Right. And I think you made some valid points, especially these women being able to take care of these kids if they are forced to have them in those situations.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same token of time, I feel like this ruling actually makes women and men more responsible and accountable. Because here's the thing. Stop using abortion as contraceptives now. Because initially that's what it was. Like, you were able to have, unprotected sex, knowing that if you get pregnant, I could just abort it, right? But now that's not the case. So now, be more, intentional with who you having sex with. Be more responsible, right? And don't try to avoid getting pregnant. And there are ways. Like, I know that condoms pops. I know that certain things happen, but in the overall scheme of things, there's a lot of ways to prevent yourself from having a baby.
Condoms probably not an excuse because that's
I know it's not, but
that's
I'm just
the
saying
excuse we had.
This is what people use. I just threw it out there. I don't use it as an excuse.
I was very sarcastic, like
Yeah.
that's the excuse men say. Well, don't use a condom. It popped. No, it didn't. You know what I'm saying? Well, what my only point is, men have always been taught since we were children, and I'm just gonna be real that we're the ones that's all about sex, and I just want to clear this up. Like, obviously, women are the ones that are all about sex. We say use rubbers, that's not good enough. We say plan better, do better. You say, hey, F you. We say, hey, look, don't you tell us to have responsibility when you're carrying a child and we want to act like you. We don't want to have that child due to the fact that we want to live a certain life. You say we shouldn't have took those measurements.
Right.
So basically, I just feel like this whole thing that men are about sex, I don't think that's true. I think men are trying to prove they're men through having sex. I think men are craving women's acceptance through physical interaction because that's really where all you can get. You know what I'm saying? A woman doesn't look at you like you're more intellectually inclined than her, like she should be learning from you unless you're stamped by some, entity.
Some institution.
White man,
something like
that.
Got a bunch of degrees from a white man.
I didn't say that.
Yep.
But it need to be said. But she don't really look at you like you could protect her unless you're a thug type dude or, some dude that's probably detrimental to your society. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to please a woman outside the bedroom. And then they're telling you, hey, I'm not just having sex with you for no reason. You need to be able to do that. I'm not just procreating with you when we do have kids. I need to go ooh, ah, too. Like you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I just want to highlight with it, the one thing, I'm not judging women, but the one thing I am seeing with women is they are all about sex. And that's probably the reason why it's so hard for a man to be exclusive. When, you know, if a man is attractive sexually, or if he's resourceful, or if women want him, it's going to be hard to turn down a bunch of creatures who will come offer you sex in order to, you know, persuade you. Like,
Right.
you notice when women persuade a man these days, they don't use a pot of food. They don't say, look,
Right.
I iron clothes better than her. No, they
Right.
come try to do sexual things. That's
Absolutely.
Women are all about sex.
Absolutely.
We
And
follow suit.
for the most part, because I always said that, like, men always do things to impress women. Like, if it wasn't for trying to impress women, I don't think most men would go out and buy that 600 Benz. I don't think most of them go out. No, I don't think most
Real
of them
talk.
go out and get a whole bunch of ice. And
Talk
that's not.
about it.
I'm not saying that men don't like jewelry. Like, we wouldn't buy jewelry. I'm just saying a lot of times.
I took mine in.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Let that hang, nigga. But a lot of times we tend to do things to impress these women. Like, we go out our
Everything we
way.
do is
Yeah,
to impress
everything
women. I
is.
don't care what it is.
In most cases.
We were
Like,
talking about that earlier. That
Yeah.
most of the things, like, it don't matter. Like, bring it up in the hood. Like, you know, when men are thugging out or when they're going professional, it's based on the type of woman they're trying to attract 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They kind of gaslight the other side. Like, we, you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, the thug realizes me acting like a thug attracts me women. Or the type of women I want. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? And the dude that's gonna be formal and he's gonna be educated and professional.
Right.
He realized that's
He's
the
gonna
type of
attract
woman
a
I
certain
want,
type of woman,
because
yeah.
there's those two type of women out there.
Yeah.
So I feel like everything a man is doing, if he's a straight man, as far as I'm taking
Right.
it, is to attract women. Even
Right,
get
absolutely.
money. I mean, how many men would say if women really wasn't into money, that they would just be like, you know what? If I had a house and a car and a toilet that flushed and some food in the refrigerator, that's enough for me.
yeah, and continue stacking my bread and do what I want. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
we
like,
go get the money because women are all about money. They're all about sex. They're like they define who we are a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I think this Roe versus Wade took that away a little bit. Like, hold on. So I might have to take this dude serious because if I do have sex when the baby's actually coming, it's like, well, yeah. Well, I feel like the second kick in the foot would be taking down child support. And why would they take down child support? Well, how are we gonna be able to afford it if the economy's failing? So either you're gonna be locking a bunch of men up on purpose of all nationalities, not just a black thing. All men are on child support. Black men, we just feel like we probably complain about it the most,
Right.
but all men are on child support. So if they come do away with child support, with Roe v. Wade being gone, and then if they do away with child support because of the economy, that means there are no jobs. That's why the men can't pay the child support. This is where I'm seeing the scaredness is coming from. It's not about Roe v. Wade to me. It's really about where this can lead to. Hold on, if y'all not doing Roe v. Wade and the country goes broke, where are my government benefits gonna come from? So I think that's what leads into the young lady with the McDonald's incident.
oh man. Oh my fucking.
I got
goodness,
4
bro.
kids, only one getting fed. What about the other 3? So I feel like, yes, if you take Roe v. Wade, so now I'm having sex, I'm gonna have these 4 or 5, 6 kids. However many times I done had sex, it might be a child if I'm that fertile as a woman. Not me, them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come on now. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, bet. Now I don't have the government benefits. And the father, if I don't value him as a man and say I need him, I'm never gonna be able to take care of these kids that I'm obligated to have now through
Yeah.
liberated sex.
Yeah, and it's obvious that this woman you speak of, this McDonald incident, she needed a man
She
to
had one.
provide for. Yeah, she had one, broke up with him, and needed him to not only take care of his kid, but to feed his other 3. See, when I watched
her
that-
other 3,
her other 3, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I caught in the video that I don't know if a lot of people analyze. Like, he bought the food for his son, right? She said something about, oh, what about my other 3? And he said, whatever her name was, like, you ain't feed them kids yet? And she like, oh boy, you know my food stamps don't come to the 7th or
My
8th.
government benefits.
So, yeah, her government benefits. But now my question is, then how the hell was those kids gonna eat then?
Outside of him,
If they didn't eat by the time you pulled up, and your excuse for not feeding them was because you don't get your food stamps to the 7th or 11th or whatever you said, that means you don't got no goddamn food in your house to take care of your kids. But yet and still, you spending your time on IG Live trying to expose a father that's bringing food for his
So
child.
you can afford a phone bill, a cell phone, when you can go get a landline from the government for free.
Yeah, because
But
she
you got
probably
a cell phone.
she probably bust them fucking food stamps in
Ain't
and
no
then put
problem.
enough food in.
I ain't gonna
Then
let you
put
say
enough
problem.
food in the house
I ain't
for
gonna
the
let you say no
fucking
problem
kids.
on this show. Ain't no problem. We know you sold them stamps, man. Man,
She
do we have any
definitely sold
footage
them
of this?
stamps.
Do we have any footage of this young lady, man? Can we roll some footage so we can analyze this stamp?
Yeah.
This stamp seller.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts
Ain't
about
no-
it. Like
ain't
how
no
you
problem.
don't have enough food in your house.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition.
Y'all was together.
Our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me
You
and
get
you
employment
broke
from
up,
your,
but
you get
my
benefits
kids
from
gotta
your
feel it
employer
too. So now,
For not
my
having a
kids
man.
have to
when
see
y'all
only
together.
one of their
When you
siblings
separate
at
from the
McDonald's
company,
and
you don't
not
get
the rest
benefits
of
no
them,
more.
And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's, though? That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't
I'm
bring everybody
disgusted.
McDonald's,
You said what you said,
then
but
can't
bitch, you
nobody
wrong.
have McDonald's then. Period.
You wrong.
And this is why I am happy to some degree that they overturned Roe v. Wade. Because when I was growing up and when I was poor, my mother, when she was struggling, she only could afford one jumbo jack that was $1, bruh. And she would buy one jumbo jack that was $1, and she
split
would
it
buy
up for all
fries,
y'all,
and
right?
she split that in 4. So if you had a pro-life type of mindset, bruh, and not a pro-choice type of mindset, you took that burger and you divided it into 4.
Absolutely.
You took them fries and divided it into 4.
Absolutely.
You'd have bought one soda and you'd have taught them children what you're trying to say now, how to share.
Exactly.
But you'd have been doing that with a pro type of way of doing it.
Exactly.
You went kill. I'm gonna kill the situation. Won't nobody eat this.
Exactly.
You
And
didn't
all
think
you
as a
did-
mother you had food for all your children when he gave you that one burger.
That's a fact, because if they ain't eat already, then why the fuck do you feel obligated to
throw
throw food on the floor?
ground.
Because the drink definitely looked like a supersize. So you definitely could have split that burger up into 4, separated them fries, poured that drink out into 4 cups, and them kids would have had small portions, but they would have had more of what they wouldn't have had he not showed up. You get what I'm saying? And on top of that, D, like you said, like, how are you as a mother setting the example by throwing the food down on the floor, being destructive, when you could have simply showed your kids how to fucking improvise?
So you showed
how
your
to make
kids-
things stretch.
So let's talk about where thugs come from. You just showed your sons when they don't get their way, destroy shit.
Yep.
So who really creating the thugs in this community?
The women.
Who leaving them hungry?
My
who throwing their
concern
resources
is
away?
her son's going, oh, it's okay. A woman can treat me this way.
Yeah,
This is
because
fine.
my dad couldn't do it nothing. My dad couldn't be. What could have been me? She'd have ate every fry off the ground. Somebody eating this McDonald's.
That's a fact.
Okay,
You can't reimburse me with
I'd
my
have
money,
took that
obviously.
McDouble and McSlapped ass, man. Nah, bro, lock me up, bro. You just sat there and threw my son food on the ground, man.
Yeah,
You
no,
know, that could-
absolutely.
bro, come on, bro.
Absolutely.
And you sit up there gonna tell the people I used to actually break bread with your other ones. I was a good, so we shouldn't have broke up. I could have had 50 women on the side. See, this is why women don't value being a mother, because what comes with it.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm a
'Cause
man in your life and I'm taking care of your other kids you got for other men, and we
Why
got
the
a
fuck
baby
did we
boy,
break up?
why?
Exactly.
You-
You got a
I'm
man in your
Jesus.
house that
I'm
you just
Jesus.
said takes care of his child, his youngest, and your 3
other-
oldest.
He took
That's
you
not
with
his.
3 other children.
And y'all not together no more?
And you gonna throw my burger. Don't throw my burger, bro.
My son's burger that I
My
said that I
stir-fry.
said send him outside. My son can sit in the car with me and eat his food if that's the
In
case.
the Monte Carlo. The man was in the Monte Carlo in a recession. He ain't got it like that no more. Probably ain't have it like that since then. Then you know if you getting government benefits, you got him on child support and spending child support on them heavy ass eyelashes. That's why you can't see yourself every day.
I was about
Talk
to say
about
the
it.
Come
same
on.
thing.
Talk
Leave
about it.
this long.
We look mad long, mad
Wake up
makeup.
trans beat.
A lot of makeup, looking like you came straight out of fucking drag queen show.
Long ass nails.
I mean,
done.
come on. And I'ma stand on it.
No.
Yeah, you can stand on it. A lot of people stand on being wrong.
And
A lot of
stupid.
people stand on being
And
stupid.
retarded.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about where thugs come from, man. Thugs really coming from Men teaching other men to be thugs, or thugs just ignorant, misguided, absent fathered men that come out of these homes where their mother rather destroy shit than build shit. Let's talk about it. What is the mentality come to kill? Because she damn sure killed that situation of her son getting a motherfucking meal from his father. And let's talk about the fathers that get tired of dealing with women like this, man.
Right.
And I'm not making it a color.
Right.
I'm not doing that color. I'm not doing that.
No, we're not doing that.
We're
Yeah,
doing
not
this
at all.
mother
No color
father's
shit.
universal.
Because
man.
there's
I'm not doing this. Oh, that's just
other
a black
races
woman.
of
No.
women that would
Our
act
sons
just
do the
like
same
that
thing.
too. Absolutely.
They're not gonna make this a black
Absolutely.
woman thing.
We're not making this a black
no.
thing.
It's an American thing, man. We all one people, man. We're universal. No. Why does it make it okay for her to just kill the situation? Ain't that what they do with Roe v. Wade?
Right. She was just out of line. Like her intentions was to make this man look like a bad person.
Everybody think he a good daddy. I'm gonna show him today. I'm gonna show him he ain't no good
not
daddy.
that good daddy.
You
So what this shows me?
God,
What
bro.
this shows me? That she probably was having a conversation with friends, right? And this is all hypothetically.
Yeah.
And they kept saying,
Of
yo, that's
course.
the best baby daddy you got. At least
she
he
got-
take care of all 4 of your kids. He do all this, he do that. And she didn't like the fact that the nigga was getting praised for being a good father. So
she
here
not.
I'm gonna go out my way and show that you not a good father. And all you did was expose the fucking type of woman you was, because that man ain't do a goddamn thing wrong. Could he have bought food for all of your kids? Absolutely. Was he mandated to do it? Is he obligated to do it? No, the hell he's not.
Roe
But he
v.
is
Wade.
obligated to be a father to his child, and you was eliminating him that. So now we got to go deeper. What if this man bought his son a pair of sneakers, a pair of Jordans or Timbs? Do I now got to buy 4 pair of sneakers because your other kid's father is not in their life and their
Yes, you
sneakers
used to
ran
do it.
down?
You used
No,
to
that's
do
not
it.
how it go.
You used to
That's
do
not.
it.
Yeah, I used to be with
When
you.
I was with you.
I used to be
You
with you,
used to
and
do
and
it.
maybe if we were still together, I would still have been doing it.
That's
But
petty.
you threw away a good thing.
That's petty.
You threw away a
That's
good
petty.
thing.
You
No, it's not petty. It's
you
reality.
Petty. Nigga responding like I'm
It's
the
reality. I'm going right with you, right? It's reality.
Man, look, you gotta laugh at it, because if you take it too serious, man, you'll be one of these dudes on the news for killing both of them, for
Facts.
killing everybody. Or the man's not know. What if she'd have threw that burger and that man had a little thing on him and he just went, wow, you know what? Since we all wow, you know, wow. Y'all have said wow. Y'all be like, wow, how'd that happen?
Like, that's extreme.
He
Like,
already took care of all of them. Hit that money gone. He paying child support. I know for the one he bringing McDonald's to. That's redundant.
right?
And you gonna throw the food on the wow. Wow. Yeah, you better stop playing with people. Just like women will kill in abortions, men kill too.
Yeah.
Ugh, Roe v. Wade.
Shit.
So what happens when a man feel like he
You
can't
you
handle
got you. I'm trying.
I mean,
because
that makes. Was that too?
I'm just know you on to something. You got. I don't even know what it. You know what I mean? Because it's like at the end of the day, like where is the death mentality and this destruction mentality coming from? Because as far as I can remember, women to tell a child quick, I should have swallowed you. I should have aborted you. Or I thought about not having y'all asses. Or they'll talk about the 6 or 7 that they did abort.
Nah, I had
so
a
y'all
mama.
have justifiably made it all right to kill.
No, or you taught your children that killing is a part of
It's
life.
a part of, yeah.
You
We
teach
can
your
kill.
daughters that you can go out there and kill, and then you obviously are teaching your sons to go out there and kill. Why? Because you killed the idea of them being a father or having a father in their life.
Right.
So the idea of a daddy is dead, which means when I'm grow to be, I'm gonna grow to be something that's dead. Like you saying that I don't see the point of having a daddy, and you telling to your son, your daddy ain't nothing. You telling me half me ain't nothing.
Shit. Yeah.
So that's where so we had to figure out where the thug was coming from. And we kept getting, it's y'all, it's just y'all men. It's,
Nah,
no,
it's
no,
not
no, no.
just-
It's
nah, it don't work like
conditioning,
that.
man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's conditioning.
Absolutely.
After I
This shit
get,
is being taught in
when I
homes.
got misguided testosterone, that's a thug. A thug ain't nothing but something with misguided testosterone that's angry and emotionally hurt. And instead of going out here and being able to rely on government aid, the world not taking care of him, he go take some.
Right.
He have a baby, he don't get assistance for that. He got to take care of that baby. He go take some.
Don't get the acknowledgement. Like to this day, fathers are still
Oh,
complaining
no,
about Father's Day because we don't get acknowledgement the way the mothers
You
do.
just seen what happened Father's Day. She just said everybody thinks you're a good father, and I'm finna show them that you're not. Why take being a father that seriously, man? When all that really becomes is a dictatorship underneath motherhood. Fatherhood has become a dictatorship underneath motherhood. They wonder
because
why.
they predict that they tell you what a real man should be,
And then
how a real man should be.
And when you do it the other way around, this is a real woman.
Oh, he must be gay if he know what a real woman is. You gotta be gay. How do you know what a real woman is unless you
The gay nigga, they listen to y'all now. Y'all better stop doing that. Ain't nowhere in the world I grew up with a mama, a grandmama, a cuz, like they say. You grew up with all women, but I don't know women.
Right. How the hell we don't know?
I gotta be like this to know women.
Right.
But I grew up with nothing but women to the point where, hey, whatever particular woman raised me, that should be what I'm trying to marry.
Shit, to be honest with you, in most cases, men understand women more than women understand
That's
themselves.
why we don't get each other.
Yeah.
That's why there's so much division between each other. But we're getting told we don't understand them either.
Right.
Then we know we don't understand each other.
Right.
So men now we're saying why there are some men in society with no purpose. Let's be real. Where's
Or at
the
least they
thug
feel
come
like
from?
they have no purpose.
So let me ask you this question, Verbs.
Yeah.
That's a still nigga hat you got
You
on,
know
right?
what it is. Still
Okay.
nigga.
Okay. Is she raising 4 niggas?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
By
Yeah,
acting
and-
like
and-
this
and she
keeping them in that environment, is she raising not for black men, not for men, not for entrepreneurs, future dentists, future farmers. I mean, list goes on what they could be if she would give them the fucking McDonald's.
Right.
But is she raising 4 niggas that know what it's like to go hungry and rather say, I'd rather go out there and kill before I be the one die of hunger, and I know what that feel like, and you're not gonna take that out of my mind. And I can't blame my mother because that was my mother. She was the only one there. No, we can't blame. I'm gonna take this black. You can't blame the black woman in the hood. All the devil got to do is show up in the hood as a black woman with a good quick weave.
Right.
And whatever she do, gonna get a pass.
Every woman is raising a nigga. And the reason why I say that, let me put it in context, is because that's what we are considered. This is why the still nigga and Hov, for y'all who know, that song Still Nigga, this is what he referencing. Like, no matter what level of success you get to in this world we live in America, if you're a dark-skinned individual, light-skinned, whatever, you're still a nigga.
Yeah.
You like even Kanye said it. You still a nigga in the coop, right? Like, no matter what letter you
That's
get
real.
to, you're a nigga in the suit, you're a nigga in the coop, you're a nigga in a corporation. It's you're always gonna be still nigga. Now, what it is that, are you one of those destructive niggas, or are you one of them powerful mind thinking niggas that's gonna change shit? You get what I'm saying? And what she was built and what she was birthing or what she's raising is more along the line of destructive niggas.
The thugs, the gangsters, the gang bangers, the drug dealers. This is what she is raising. And when the father tries to come say, I'm gonna make sure mine's not gonna be like that. Yo, nobody gets to eat then. Everybody be some thugs. They get locked up in jail then.
Right.
So nah.
If I'm not just gonna have one good child that's led the right way. If none of my kids, then they all gonna go down the bad road. They all gonna fucking be fucked
since
up.
you got one child by me, you're obligated to be a father figure to the rest of them with no benefit from me. Obviously, that's why you left.
But it's also, it doesn't make sense because look, check it. What if that's not his only child? What if he got 2 other kids?
That's his only child with her.
Yeah.
What if he like her?
What if
he got kids other places?
Yeah. What if he got 2 other kids and those mothers have children? Is he obligated to buy McDonald's for 15 motherfuckers every time he go buy McDonald's for 3 of his kids?
Polygamy. I might as well
That's
be
basically
sleeping with
what
all
it is.
y'all. It's polygamy.
We might as well all move in together if I got to take care of everybody's household. Because that's basically what she's saying. Even though we not together, you got to take care of my entire household.
And what could that man get out of that situation?
Nothing.
A nut. That's the best. They say men are all about sex. Sometimes that's all we can get. Sometimes you all about what you can get.
So you could get nothing or nothing. That's basically what I just heard.
Out of woman these days. Either ask her for nothing or ask her to at least make it tingle a little bit. Because, I mean, what else are you really finna get when you're a good man? I don't need you for resources. You don't pay no bills. I don't demand of you like you're not my mom. I don't ask you to cook, clean, and wash my clothes. So utterly, outside of being my friend, what am I going to get out of you besides a nut? And then when they say men are all about sex, peep game, why? Peep game. What am I getting out of you besides idolatry? Just valuing you for just being in my life.
So men are all about sex. However, women are offended when you ask them nowadays, what are you bringing to the table
Outside
besides sex? Besides sex.
What they do in them little club with the little jazz thing, where they say something deep to the motherfucker and they play the saxophone.
Yeah, because it's like
that's crazy.
And that's where we at.
How
so
do you
now
get
y'all
mad at a man for
being all about sex when that's the only thing that y'all can bring to the table in most cases.
What you just said, when he asks you, well, hold on, I'm trying to be more than that. What do you bring to the table besides that?
What type of man would ask me that?
Right.
This type of man, the man in Timberlands.
I'm bringing myself to the table. Well,
sex.
then that's pussy. Then.
Yeah, and titties. Like
That's what you bring
because
to
I'm
the
asking
table.
you spiritually and mentally, even in a capitalistic manner. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you might come from a rich family. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to tell, well, if you marry me, you never go hungry again.
Right.
I mean, love comes with that, but I'm just saying outside of love, which is something that we really just idolize, it's just an emotion. Man,
Exactly.
get out of that. Logically, you're not getting nothing out of love. You're
Exactly.
getting it more than you're ever gonna
Exactly.
get it. So let's stop letting a woman tell you, I'm
Loving you. That's what you're getting out of me.
Yeah. Fuck that bullshit. Miss me with that.
Yeah, miss me with that. So you go to ask a woman, what I'm getting out of you besides sex, because I want to value outside of sex, and then she deflects from that and says, what are you talking about? You're getting me with no explanation.
No, see, you know why that's not enough? Because you're getting me. So let's say I take my
bet that's what
resources off the table and say, all right, what I'm bringing to the table is just me. That's it. Yeah.
I don't want you on my bank account.
$300,000 a year.
But I don't want you on my bank account.
Yeah, but we gonna separate.
I don't
all
want
that.
you on my house.
I'm
I don't want
bringing
you on my
myself
cars.
to the table.
Matter of fact, if I buy your car, I need my name on there because even though you're driving the type of cars you should be when you're my lady, I just want to bring me to the table.
Right.
Nah, I ain't going 50-50.
Oh,
You
you're
want
not
me to
going
live with you
50-50.
and go 50-50. Nah, you can live with me for free. You just can't be access to nothing.
Right.
I don't think you take me serious.
Well, I don't take you serious because you couldn't answer. Why the hell?
If I
What else are
value
you bringing
outside
to
of
the
sex.
table? Yeah. What are you bringing else to
And
the
then
table?
when you don't ask them type of questions, you end up with this type of baby mama that throw the McDonald's on the ground. You know I'm gonna come back to the thesis every time. You end up with the type of baby mama that would take the McDonald's, bro, and throw it on the ground when you don't ask, what do you bring outside of sex? Obviously, all you ever got outside of her was sex. With
Yeah,
that
I'm
big
starting-
ass head full of weave.
I'm starting to think it wasn't about the kids. I think she mad that he ain't buy her no McDonald's.
I said she seemed a little hangry.
She was hungry.
And I think she said he ain't buy us no. And she said, "Nah, I ain't gonna say that." She deleted that video. He ain't buy my kids no food. I bet the first video got took down. Like he gonna sit there and not buy us. Oh, I ain't even with this nigga no man. I just slept with Rodney last night. Let me take it. Rodney, all he gotta do is lay pipe. Rodney ain't gotta buy my kids no food. This
right.
week, this
Rodney
week,
just come through and deliver
Rodney
some
just
dick.
come
He
through and
good.
just drop that dick off. I'm gonna make him buy the food. We ain't stupid.
Damn sure not.
He know damn well he ain't buying them other kids' food. Why you out here still fucking? Why else you need a weed? Why else you need heavy eyelashes? Why else you need all that
All that
makeup?
mascara
Come
and
on,
shit.
man. You out here still hunching, but want me to take care of what you already made before hunching me.
Right.
And what I made hunching you.
Right.
And you still out here hunching. And I know if I buy 4 burgers, then you'll get the divide and get you one. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I bet she get a burger out of 4. She wouldn't have threw that on the ground, but
And-
but even if she would divide that burger up, she couldn't have divided it in 5. She couldn't have got nothing out of that.
No,
burger.
that's a fact. And
So she threw it on the ground.
Yeah, but she also directed her energy in the wrong form of fashion. The baby fathers that should have been on blast was the other 3.
She kept ignoring that.
Yeah,
He
you
kept
ain't speak on that
He kept
issue.
saying where they daddies at.
Right.
This shit wait a little bit and said it don't matter, feed all my kids, and that's what they do.
Yep.
They'll hear you, and and every man.
Yep.
And I'm
Talk
gonna speak
about
on
it.
it from a black
Talk
man's point
about
of
it,
view,
bro.
man. I'm finna dive into
I
it.
know exactly where you're going. Talk
The
about
violent women want to say, where does beating a woman come from? Let's talk. This is a man's show. The violence comes from when I logically appeal to you. You look me in my goddamn eyes, and I know that you know what I'm saying, and you still remain on bullshit. That's what
Yeah.
I mean. I just told you 2 + 2 = 4, and you look at me and say, it's 3.
it.
Stupid bitch.
You hit it with the people elbow, nigga. You dropping the people's elbow on her.
I'm not. And listen, a disciplined man will control himself. He would never hit a woman, but he still would feel the urge to want to. There's
Absolutely.
something about knocking the sense
Absolutely.
into a motherfucker that crosses
Absolutely.
your mind as a man when you cannot no longer logically explain yourself to a person.
Yeah.
Them are not my kids. I was already taking care of them while I was
and,
with you.
And I gotta say this, cause I agree with you, bro. She wasn't supposed to get hands put on her, but he was damn sure supposed to feel like putting hands on her.
Bro,
he was supposed to feel like putting hands
she
on
would
her.
have been on live the next day. I'ma stand on what I said. But women and let me tell you something about women like this. Women get beat for less. Women
That's a
get
fact.
beat for making meals and not putting enough salt or putting too much salt in the meal.
That's
Just
true.
salty. And that's where the women's revolution comes from. So you can't be this kind of woman, knowing that if you're a perfect kind of woman, men still like that. Like what women say. You can be the perfect kind of woman, and a man still will treat you bad. So why go out there and tempt a type of man that already treats you bad in a situation where you had sex with him too? You got a child with him too. Why tempt him to return an act of violence?
Right.
And you say that men are like that even if you don't do them nothing.
Yeah.
That's just not.
But then you also say men aren't fathers and aren't doing their responsibilities, but here you are trying to
Tell one that's
the one that's doing this responsibility, and the women, most out of respect to most of the comments and replies I seen, most women were not on her side. I must say that.
I said it was
right?
50-50. I say 60-40.
All right, so you
I
probably
say 60% of women was like she on some bullshit,
Yeah,
and 40% was
okay.
like, nah, you should have fed the kids.
So I'm talking to the 40%. So to the
Yeah.
40%, it's like y'all not even acknowledging the fact that this guy was being a father to his child. Now y'all caught up in the whole realm of, oh well, she do got 3 other kids there. He should have provided for the other kids. And it's like, what about their daddies though? How they still getting off the loop. So what this go back to something we said before, and that's why I said unpacking it all. The fathers that's actually playing their part still get the shitty end of the stick. So what the fuck are we doing? If the deadbeats getting more recognition than us, what the fuck are we being active fathers
and
for?
I guarantee if one of them deadbeats wanted to come buy his son a burger next week because he ain't been there the last 5 years, and
She wouldn't have did that.
She would have let him did it because he don't never do it. But because you keep doing this,
Yeah.
you keep showing up with one bag of food.
He's showing up though.
But the
With
ones
food.
that don't show
Right.
up, when they pop up, they
Right.
get to get the child for the day.
Right.
They get the motherfucking me. I mean, everything they do for the child is just perfect because they doing something. And then they say, why be a deadbeat dad? Men are logical. We run based off actions and results.
Absolutely.
If I am a good father and I go through this, but then I see your
Going
other 3
through
baby
hell.
dad and going
Right.
through hell, hey, logically,
It's
I'm
like, I
going to
might as
start
well
being
be a
them.
not shit nigga. This way I ain't got to go through the hell. You get what I'm saying? And then you got some people that really internalize that, and then that's what they go with. And it's like, how could you fucking blame them? Like, you giving the fathers that's out here that's actively doing their job, you giving them fucking hell.
And I hate to say it, when by the time you glue that in a child's mind that there's no way out, that I'm just living to die, they grow up as men with the mentalities. But it starts with that burger on the ground, man.
Absolutely.
It starts with you
that burger on the
mismanaging them
ground.
food stamps. It starts with you
Absolutely.
embarrassing them when people in the hood. Now, when she made the video, yeah, that one little baby boy, the older kids wasn't embarrassed by that video. Why? That's his daddy. Me and my mama arguing. That's him and my mama arguing. It's cool, whatever, blase, blase. But when she made the second video that we aired showing her face, now the kids are ashamed and embarrassed by her. Now, what kind of respect would they have for women? Y'all are seeing it unfold.
Right.
Why y'all think all women are bitches? 'Cause I wanted to call my mama one and never could. Now that I'm grown, I call every other woman a bitch.
Woo! Woo!
My
I
mama was
wanted
out
to
there.
call my mama one and couldn't.
My mama was out
Right.
there sucking that she was hoeing. I wanted to call my mama a hoe to her face for 18 years and I couldn't. But guess
Right.
what? Every time I see a woman a hoe now, you a hoe.
You a hoe, you a hoe, you a hoe. That's a fact.
Everybody
Everybody a hoe.
hoes.
That's a
I
fact.
just want y'all to take this and build and understand how this is affecting those black men, because we get how the father not being there for the daughter ends her up on the stripper pole.
Right.
And we're not going to negate from that, and
Absolutely.
we're not going to act like that's not applicable. It's always
Absolutely.
the absent fathers are always the reason why these women are the way they are. That's why I'm in my daughter's life, and he is too. You feel what I'm saying? Against all odds, there's no excuse, man.
Right.
Fight to be, and even I ain't gonna even lie. This McDonald's going on the ground is still not the reason why this dude shouldn't show up next week. or
Absolutely,
something. Let's get
absolutely.
it clear.
I agree, 100%.
Let's get it
Yeah.
clear. But
He
not
gotta
everybody
continue
think
playing
like
his part,
that.
yeah.
But not everybody think like that. Not everybody built like that. And if he really wanted to murk her ass and kill her, he might say, "Son, I'm gonna stay away from you because your mama up."
Yeah.
A lot of fathers
And
have
that's
been there.
yeah,
I'm just
that's how it
gonna leave
happened.
this situation. I'm gonna kill somebody, man. That's not right. Then why y'all killing babies?
Ah,
People kill situations they don't want to. They don't want to be.
that they don't
attached
wanna be
that they
attached
feel
to.
like it's destroying them, man. So now you understand where the violence comes from on the man's side when it comes to the children and the women. Because if a woman looks at a man that way and she got a baby in her belly, she feels like she should have the right to kill that.
Right.
Not gonna say she doesn't, but it goes both ways. Everything must have balance.
right.
So if that dude would have said, you know what, bro, if he would have got back in that Monte Carlo and grabbed the pills and said, man, I ought to go out there and just kill this bitch. I'm gonna go and drive off. I ain't gonna talk to myself for 3 months. She gonna look at her and tell her son, see how your dad ain't been around for 3 months?
Yep. See how he left you. See how he is. He didn't come back around. He don't do nothing for you. All that shit. But when he was doing something for me, and this is what I said, they be thinking kids dumb. Ma, I seen when he did shit for me. You smacked the goddamn McDonald's on the ground when he did
Threw
shit
my
for
drink too.
me. I wanted that. I was hungry. Like I just got off the phone with daddy. I asked him to bring me that.
I got a homie right now that like this, like, you know, his personal beef with his mom is he was one of 3 boys. and his dad paid child support, and the other two boys didn't. And by the time he said he got about 11 or 12, he said he started noticing that when his dad sent the check, the other boys got shoes too, and he would be asking for something according to the check. His daddy saying his mama would go off on him, be all like, you know not to ask for that, and what makes you think where that money comes from? And he's like, the whole time it's like, Mom, I know my dad's the one sending the money.
Right.
He said it even got to the point where when they was getting jobs and stuff in high school, she still was chopping it up that way, feeling like she had the right to be a mother through that one father's check.
Right.
And I don't feel like no woman has the right to. You don't have the right to divide up what one man has for his child, man. And like women were saying online, I'm going to give women their credit for saying this online. If your baby daddy had 3 other kids in his house for 3 other of his baby mamas, and you had your one child over there, and he telling you there ain't no food in the house, first of all, you going to take your child out that house as a mother if he ain't got no food in the house. Trying to tell you that you need to be buying McDonald's.
I actually encourage him to go get his son. Since we talking about it, since we on it, go get your son, my dude.
And not to mention,
go get your son, and you got evidence.
And you got
it's
evidence.
all on the internet. Go get your son, my dude.
She period ignorant. But yeah, but no woman will be sitting up there. Y'all don't worry about the men y'all got babies for that ain't doing you nothing wrong. You wouldn't be worried about helping him and his other kids. They're lying. They're saying what just has to be said, but that never had to be done.
Right.
If I as a woman, I would buy the Happy Meals. That's no point. If you would buy 30 Happy Meals for a man's other children, you wouldn't put them on child support for the one that you got right now.
Right.
That's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like at the end of the day, wrong is wrong and right is right, and it will always expose itself. We got a large majority, and I'm going to give women that credit because, men are quick to bash women on the internet and on these type of shows. We show love. Not on no gay.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying not on no. I mean, like not on no like
pandering to women.
Pandering to women types.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying in a way of we keep it real when it's time to keep it real. You had real women on there saying that's bullshit, man. I loved it. Every post, man, not because they saying what I want to hear. They saying the truth, and they're not just using feminism to deflect from the fucking truth.
Right.
They saying that's not 100. There's too many fathers out here that's not taking care of their kids for you to be trying to throw other kids on him that's not his. They're not even doing the first job.
That's a fact.
So I just want to give the ladies a shout out, man. There's so many podcasts that just want to say, well, the women ain't. No, y'all are obviously waking up, changing, and being more accountable. The one thing men are saying that women aren't doing. Being accountable. Yes, they are, bro.
Yeah, but they are, and that's what I like because now that sisters are holding other sisters accountable.
We can shut up. I can get back to holding him accountable.
Exactly.
And he get back and holding me accountable.
Exactly.
See, when y'all focus on y'all, and I ain't gonna cut you off.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Cook,
we know we build. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I can't be worried about him, my baby mama. You ain't nothing. Well, I thought I was gonna tell Verse somebody said, but hold on, I ain't nothing. Well, hold on, let me take my mind off Verse. Hold on. Well, I think I am something. You ain't nothing. Hold on, I ain't nothing. I'm the one to take care of the kids better than you. Hold on, Verse. I'm gonna get back to helping you become a better black man next lifetime.
Yeah, take care of what you gotta do, bro.
All right. Yeah, bitch. Like, nah, like, there is no point in me focusing on building with my brother and then they call that snap wrist. Why you hanging out with your man so much? We're trying to figure out how we're gonna get our resources up. We're trying to figure out how we're gonna be there for our sons. We're trying to figure out how we're gonna take care of the kids, like the other 3 kids in that neighborhood who we don't want to grow up to be thugs that go down for Rico and become baby mamas and all this. We trying to figure out how we gonna. And we can't do that arguing with you about McDonald's meals that you could have divided in 4.
Right.
Or you could have just looked at me like I was Jesus Christ. I come to save you from being a hoe and your other 3 kids you got from hoeing.
Right.
I wouldn't give a damn if I fart in your mouth while you sleep. You shouldn't leave me. Why you leave? You gonna leave them out there bad. And so she realized that, and now she wants them to have the comfort that she had when she was with him without him.
Right.
That's child support. I want the comfort of you here without you being here.
Right.
She's all the way a government woman, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call her a black woman. I'm sick of people trying to say that that's a black woman. No, that is a government woman. That could be a white woman with that mentality, an Alaskan woman with that mentality,
This is true.
a woman from Russia with that mentality. Anyone with that mentality is a government woman.
Just
Stop
so
putting a race to
it
it.
just so happened to be a black woman. But
She was a black woman.
was a black woman, but
we're gonna
she's
label
a government.
that. I'm just sick
she's
of
a
that
government
stereotype
woman.
being
Absolutely.
linked to black women. Just like I'm sick of the thug stereotype being linked to black men. Just call it for a characteristic. She's a government woman. She sees no value in a man. She feel like she can have the benefits and the resources of a man in the house without him being there. She's a government woman.
Absolutely.
Let's give our sisters some shine and take that off them. They might stop calling us tribal niggas all the time. That's a government woman.
Yeah, absolutely. That's not a black woman.
It's not a black woman,
government
bro. And that could be any woman that fits that.
Absolutely.
Any race of man could be a thug.
Well, Again, it is a black woman, but it's not all black women. It is. It's
For
like,
them
I'm just
eyelashes,
saying.
for them eyelashes, for the makeup, for the response, for knowing she wrong, for people telling her she wrong. Now
For trying to set 'em up.
So imagine being in a house with a woman like that. Now the whole world told her she was wrong.
I'm gonna stand on it.
But imagine you trying to tell your woman that what she doing ain't right
But
or
it's-
how she acting ain't
And
right.
it's a whole lot of hers out there. It's a whole lot of hers out there. You just said 40% of these motherfuckers was agreeing with her. You don't think they got her in them?
I mean, I just can't imagine, man, what it would have been like to see my food get thrown on the ground and then look at her and then look at my son and then, get back in the car. And what gives a woman them type balls, man? Let's just be real, man. Let's dig deeper, man.
Yeah, I'm saying I would.
What would have happened if he would have responded in any type of way than what he did? What would she would have did?
Oh, she would have called the cops immediately. That's why she was recording from the beginning. Oh yeah, I'm about to railroad this nigga. I'm about to humiliate. I'm about to humiliate him on live. And if he react, I'm gonna have it all on camera. I'm getting his ass locked up.
So our government sisters that reflect us, I'm not gonna call them black women. I'm gonna call them government sisters.
Government
that reflect
sisters.
us.
Or we could just simplify
talk-
it. We could just simplify it to bitches. You know, Jay-Z says it's the difference between a sister and a bitch. So we want to put all of them in the bitches bucket and then put our sisters in the sister bucket. We could do that too. So, but because even if you equate it, bitches is gonna wind up being government women.
Our government sisters that reflect us.
Nigga crazy.
I would say that they proudly use the police just as much as white society do to control us, manipulate us, and keep us down in the present situation that we're in. Because if he would have tried to put her in place in any way, shape, form, or fashion, the only thing that would have happened is she would have called the police or another black man to uphold her in her wrong, and they finna go kill each other.
Right.
Are we figuring out what's wrong with the community? I told my wife this one time when she let the kids eat the rest of the pot roast.
Talk about it. What happened, bro?
I said,
What happened?
You fed your kids. I say, see, this is what happened. I say, see how they use you against me? I say, y'all are the greatest weapon formed against black men ever created. I say, y'all not the only weapon. You're not the most. You're not the most occurring weapon.
But the
you
greatest
are
weapon.
the greatest weapon. I said, I said, I'm supposed to get the big piece of chicken. I get the big scoop mashed taters. They got the last piece pot roast. I just got out work.
Talk about your pot roast, my nigga.
Come on, man.
Talk about it.
Well, they was hungry. This, that, third. Yeah. They wouldn't have ate it without your approval. They used you against me. And the reason why I can't go do them nothing now is because mommy said they could have the pot roast. They a hell of a weapon, bro. And I made it simple and innocent, like pot roast, because it ain't no offense. I'm just trying to make it.
Yeah, lighten up, make a little humor to it, but it makes sense. But it makes sense.
But it
though.
makes sense. So
We know
because
what-
it's
we
not
know
for
what
me
you're
to come
talking about.
down and try to bash my sisters. You feel what I'm saying? That's not, and a lot of times we present ourselves as black men. That's what it come off as.
Well, it comes off as that because I think women don't typically be wanting to hear us. So they always just take it as, think about it. We tied it back to Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.
They swore Kevin Samuels was bashing black women. But we
Yeah.
know that Kevin Samuels' whole motive was to bring black women and black men together. So
Yeah.
he wasn't there to bash them, but because he was pitching a certain talking point or not, pandering to women, now all of a sudden, you know what I mean? He's.
But what I've
he's,
learned, and we got to learn from OG. We got to look at him and learn. What I learned from him is no matter what we go to give a woman, a mindset, a lifestyle, a penis, it doesn't matter. We're going to have to do that smooth. We got to do that player. You got to do that like pimp. You know what I'm saying? You got to make that sound good. So one thing, I know that's babying. And we as men might not understand how
and we need to stop doing that. We've been doing it too long. We've been doing that too long, and that's why.
No. We've been folding with action too long. We can talk to them right way, but we ain't got to take their bullshit, bro.
Oh no, we're not taking no bullshit.
We ain't got to take. We ain't got to take
not
the
taking
bullshit.
no
And what
bullshit.
that young man did, bro, when he said you're crazy, like the way he was talking to her, he never called her directly out her name. He was cussing while he was talking. He never called out her name. He didn't buck at her and make it seem like he was violent.
No.
He saw the food go on the ground. He simply walked away. But he said what he had to say. Where them other kids' fathers?
Right.
That's only
They
my
didn't eat
child.
yet?
They
You
didn't
ain't
eat
feed them kids yet?
That's not my problem. He said what he had to say.
That's your
But
responsibility.
He never disrespected her.
Right.
He never made her feel like he was gonna violently attack her. And when the shit hit a climax, he walked away.
Right.
We gotta learn.
He did everything right.
He did everything right.
He
So
did
his
everything
actions
right.
was right. Walk the fuck away from us.
That's
Stop
a fact.
arguing with him in the house.
Don't let her have the authority to call the authority on you.
Walk away.
Don't give him that chance.
But you still need to tell him what you got to tell him. And
Exactly.
You can tell him what you got to tell him without disrespecting him, without going off and making them feel like you're in a threatening manner. And that's really the main thing they bring it up. And I hate to say it, a lot of times when we talking, like he never went at it like he emphasized what he was saying, but he never really got to the point where he was beating on his fucking chest and shit. And she was doing the fucking most. She was trying to provoke him.
Absolutely.
That's why she said, give me the food, give me the food, give me the
Absolutely.
food. He said, you gonna take the food? Give
And
me
then
this.
because when she took it, he was like, "Thank you," like, and she tossed that shit on the floor.
Ain't
He
nobody.
thought she was gonna give the food
And
to
he
his son.
walked away. Learn, black men. You speak your piece, man. Don't shut up. Don't shut up. But
And
how
then
you
walk the fuck away.
But the way that you stop them from being able to use what you're saying as ammunition to teach the next black woman that what you're saying is invalid, take out the disrespect, man. Just for the message to fucking reach. You know what I'm saying? Take out the disrespect and take out the aggression. But tell them everything you got to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife was having a conversation one time. She said, "You yelling at me." I said, "No, I'm not." She said, "You disrespecting me." I said, "I ain't cursed one time." I said, "I'm talking to it." I said, "I'm just telling you what I got to tell you, man. I'm just telling you about yourself." I said, "You actually got kind of loud with me. I ain't got. I'm talking to her like in a Keith Sweat voice. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want to hear what the hell I got to say, girl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to give men the best advice that I learned from this dude. Now what I really learned from my life, I seen I was doing it too. You know, trying to be sarcastic. I was
Right.
doing that being sarcastic. He did this in a real situation.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
let's take out the disrespect. Let's take out the aggression, and let's amp up the truth being told.
Right. So, because you know what? Ultimately, you just said he didn't do nothing wrong. We seen a good dude.
That's a
We
good
seen
man.
we seen a good man, a good father, exemplify himself, caught up on camera that he didn't know he was walking into that situation, and he handled it correctly, right?
And taught others how to.
Which means that these women don't appreciate good men. They don't appreciate good men.
She got 3 for 1 baby dad. She got 3 Poogies and Ray Rays, as Kevin Samuels used to say. Obviously, they're not around. He keeps saying where they daddy. So I'm not saying they thugs, but you're not in your child's life. You're a Pookie, you're a Ray Ray. And he in his child's life. So you're going to turn him into one because he thinks he's such a good father. So the good dude finishes.
Last.
I mean, we keep
Exactly.
coming back to my dad
That-
taught me
and
that
that's-
when I was a kid.
That's why
He
it was
says-
called. That's why it was called Unpacking It All, because we are literally damn near touching on every goddamn phase we done created already for two P's in the podcast.
unpacking it.
And we touching on so many different situations that's going on in today's society.
Yeah.
And these just need to be addressed. Every last one of them need to be looked at in detail.
I mean, misplaced anger is always like the seed root of a killer.
Yeah.
How can you
Agree.
Every child that's mad at their mother, they feel like, well, my mother gave life to me. My mother, because they give the Roe versus Wade ideology to their kids. If it wouldn't be for me, you wouldn't be here. Your daddy ain't do nothing for you.
See, and
That's the Roe versus Wade
the
mentality,
Roe versus
right?
Wade mentality, but it's also the wrong mentality, because if it wasn't for the daddy, you wouldn't have carried anything in your stomach for 9
So
months.
kids
So
start
put some
to
respect on the
idolize-
fathers too.
Because kids idolize their mama, they never truly blame their mama for what the mama did wrong. Because they
No.
idolize motherhood. Just
Right.
because she was my mama,
Right.
that's all she had to
That's
do.
all she had to do.
Misplaced anger is always the seed to murderers, bruh.
Yeah.
Being mad at somebody you can't really be mad to gonna cause you to kill because you never really killed what you're mad at.
Yeah, you
or
letting the
attack.
anger out in that form or fashion.
But you never
Absolutely.
gonna do that because you never really did it to the person that you wanted to do it to.
Right.
So we have a motherhood. I feel like it's become idolized, like it's idolatry almost. It's all like, oh, I'm God to the kids and to the family because I'm the mother. I'm God. I'm like, yeah, y'all out here acting like y'all God himself.
You God.
himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, okay, I'm deciding the kids is here or not. If I'm happy, then we have a happy relationship. I decide where we stay. I decide if you're a man or not. Whoa, women, if we were so oppressive, why pick up the same shoe and start walking in them? Destroy the shoes.
So it sounds like women are dictators to me.
And it
they're
sound like-
always saying that the men trying to control
And
everything.
if you start off in that Bible, it say they kicked us out of paradise. They got us kicked out of paradise. If you look at your Bible, it say a lot of things about women not obeying God, not obeying men. So to me, it feel like women don't like being in check to the point where they can't uncheck things for their emotional benefit.
Right.
So it's because
Women don't like being checked, and they definitely don't like being checked by men. And a lot of them give pushback when their homegirls check them.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got girls that are women that are literally stop being friends
because they
told the truth.
Preach, man.
Yeah, so it's like, the truth may not allow you to have a whole bunch of friends, but you'll have the right friends with the truth. So if you can accept the truth and you can deliver the truth to the people that's in your circle, then that's your true family. That's your true friends.
So let's start with the next generation, man. Let's say nothing changes. We start off with this generation of women and children going into having babies. And let's say the fathers are not there. But let's say, theoretically speaking, we got rid of all male influence, which means the idea of a father is completely gone. It's like to the point where they going to straight sperm banks now to get, but nothing else changed outside of that. Are they still raising thugs and baby mamas and criminals and people who really just gonna be stuck in the ghetto for the rest of their life if we take the father completely out of the situation?
Absolutely.
And we just leave the sperm?
Absolutely. When the government took the fathers out of the situation through mass incarceration, that's what happened.
We're talking about science. We're saying right now.
We're seeing what happened when you take the fathers away.
With mass incarceration.
When you take the fathers away, destruction happens to the black family.
So are we saying the woman is not allowed? I'm not saying not allowed. Obviously she's allowed to, but she's not able to handle the weight of motherhood when there's no father, no fatherhood that's shielding her from all these factors.
Absolutely not, because it wasn't designed like that. Naturally, nature it wasn't designed like that. You know what I'm saying? We're tying it all together. We said this before. That's why a mother can be home with the kids, predominantly home all the time, while the father's out and about, not even around the kids as much as the mother is. Yet and still, the kids still have a certain respect for the father when he say something than the mother. They'll be home with the mother all day. Mother say 12 times, clean the room. They be running around doing whatever the fuck they want. The father come in the house one time and say, Didn't your mother tell you to clean that room? They go upstairs and clean that fucking room.
I'm going to point this out to you. It's because the father is a symbol of protection, bro. I learned that from fucking Lion King and Simba and Mufasa.
It's
so
the truth.
The daughters don't feel a sense of protection because the father's not there, and they go that route. And the sons don't feel a sense of protection, so they feel like they both have to protect themselves.
The sons don't feel a sense of protection nor fear.
Or
the son is supposed to have some fear
for life.
They're not gonna, once a man start, you 14, 15, you start growing testosterone, you playing high school sports, you in the gym.
You think you all that. You need your daddy.
And it's only your moms there.
You need your daddy.
You looking at your mom, you looking down at your moms at certain side. When you get a certain side, like, yo, I'm fucking like.
I'm bitching 250. Like, I'm a wide receiver.
Ma, you ain't about to put your hands on me, ma.
You need that.
You know what I'm saying? Ma, you ain't about to hit me, ma.
Yeah,
like, I'm fucking 15, I'm 16 now. The mass whooping's gonna stop now.
So uncontrolled testosterone, even if it ain't been hurt, had his feelings hurt, even if it ain't been abused, let's talk about uncontrolled testosterone.
Right.
Unguided. Where can that lead to?
We said that. Murderers, destruction, being a detriment. You know what I mean? Because you gotta know. This goes back to the mindset, right? We gotta be able to control the mindset, like change the mindset, but we also gotta be able to direct that energy, that misguided energy. It's misguided because it's not directed in the right way. Absolutely.
Men are like dogs, literally, bro. If you don't walk your dog and you leave your dog in the house, you're gonna come back, your house is effed up, man. Your house all because why? I'm gonna do something if you don't play with me now. I'm gonna do something. That's how men are, man. You pay attention to us, you walk us a little bit, you give us our time, you train us. And I'm not talking about women and men, I'm talking about like men, period, how they need to become up and raised, man. Right. We gotta spend time with our kids, our young men. Absolutely. We gotta train them in the way they're supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? We gotta feed them good, feed them right. You know, take care of them, house them good.
And it's gonna be us that teach them how to, deal with certain women and the type of women they need to be with so that they won't get older feeling like, damn, I never got to call my mother a bitch. Now I'm gonna call every fucking woman a bitch. But if you got a father that's in your life describing to you the different types of women and the different mindset of women and which women to stay away from and which women that you should be, courting or whatever the case may be, and to also understand that you as the man have value within yourself. Don't feel like you got to go out and find a woman, that for you to fit for. Right.
Okay, we tell
have your value.
You got to have your individual value. It go both ways with both sexes.
And that's the value of a man being in a household. The son is not gonna get that from his mom. Listen, I got a lot from my moms.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
I ain't get being a man from her.
Exactly.
I couldn't.
And I couldn't. Because how could she? Only thing my mom showed me was exactly what you, nigga. She was taking advantage of me.
Yeah.
My mom's putting me on the game. My mom's made me not trust women.
Yeah.
Because I seen how she's moving, but she'd tell me, "Hey, listen, I'm going to the Benny house, but if wasn't they looking for me, tell them I'm over there with Francis."
Because I don't want the bitch in my
You know what I'm
business.
saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
don't
like,
put the bitches in my business.
Yeah,
Big
you know
time.
what I mean?
So like with my mom, I feel like my mom, she had 3 boys, 1 girl. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the whole dividing the burger in 4 shit was funny. You know what I'm saying? But with my mom, I think she took the same strong feminist approach with us by teaching us how women were. And my mama had the 4 C's. How I always say, you're gonna cook, clean, you're gonna wash children. Mom, why do I gotta do this? Because you're only gonna need a woman for one thing, and that's some coochie. You feel what I'm saying? So like women don't understand that it's women out there raising their sons with the same mentality that you're raising your daughter with.
Right.
I'm wanting a woman because I want a woman. I'm not gonna need no woman.
Facts.
And so I feel like women are saying that men aren't obsessed with women. No, we don't need you anymore. We used to need you. Now you walk into a restaurant, every chef and there's a man. You get on YouTube, most of the people doing YouTube cooking shows on the channel is a man. Snoop Dogg and Martha got a cooking show. Yeah, you're gonna need a man on that show too. Men cook. Hell's Kitchen, that's a man. You look at washing clothes, it ain't that hard. You got a service now, an app where you can they'll take your dirty clothes and come back with them folded.
Right.
You got maids now, it's an app. You can just have the maid come for $30 that day. They'll come clean your whole apartment.
And that's why it goes back to what are you bringing to the table? Because now if you start telling me things that I'm already doing for myself
With an app.
or things that I can do with an app of a hand, like literally, like what are you bringing to the table? Like, and this is something that I feel women should start analyzing before they go to get serious with a man. What can I bring to the table for this man outside of my vagina?
Now let's talk about cheating then. Let's bring it all out. Let's unpack it all.
Let's
I feel
go.
like that's one thing that really divides the black community. He cheated on me. And when you talk about a man staying with you, knowing that he really ain't getting that
What
out
is
of you.
cheating? Where that concept come from?
Cheating means that even though I done had sex with a bunch of men, when you get with me, and I can leave you anytime if you give me your all. You got to get with me, give me your all, only have sex with me, which is a hell of a gamble. And if you go have sex with another woman, that's cheating. It really ain't got nothing to do with marriage. It has nothing to do with spirituality or religion. You know what I'm saying? And it really has nothing to do with the fact that I'm giving you something I ain't getting no other man. It's just how it's supposed to be.
So so you don't have to love somebody outside a relationship. You just gotta stick your dick in somebody outside a relationship, and that's cheating.
Yeah, but the sex she's had outside a relationship doesn't tear down the love she has for you or the capability that she has, even though the Bible says it does. But you know what I'm saying? Like the sex she's had with other men before you doesn't water down her ability to be a woman to you. But the sex you're having outside of her, no matter how many resources you're providing for her, and no matter how much you're sustaining her life, it does take away from you ever being a man to her. That's cheating.
So,
in essence, I mean,
we
have a woman.
What you're saying is correct, and I know what cheating is. Obviously, I was just going along with it. Right? We know what cheating is. We know what cheating is. I was going along with it, trying to play devil's advocate or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, these women, right, get so caught up, and let me take that off of women. People, get so caught up in the cheating thing, right, to where if you're in a relationship with somebody, right, and this man is providing everything that you need, take care of you and your kids, the kids that's not even his, right,
with no burger,
right. And let's say this man happened to cheat on you, right? And emotion.
Have sex with another woman. Don't say cheat.
Have sex with
he ain't
another
stop
woman.
taking care of you. He ain't stop taking care of your kids.
Absolutely. He never stopped doing what he was doing. He had sex with another woman. You would throw away everything, all the plus and benefits that you get from that man. You would throw it away because he's cheating or he has sex with another woman. But yet and still, you yourself as the woman is going to leave and have sex with another man that's
free.
not going to do the things that this man you got rid of was doing. As far as taking care of all your kids. Is it like?
And once again, you met this man and you had already slept with several men.
Is that smart on the woman's behalf?
Not logically. It's very emotional. It's a very emotional decision to throw your kids out there, to throw your life in the shambles too, and that's why they hate men. I hate men. I'm supposed to be able to go out here and sleep around, and then a man finds me, values me, he gives me his all, and if that's not enough, I can leave him and find another man until I find a man. Like, they want to sort through niggas like clothes. They want to window shop a little bit, try it on, take it off, stay in season, they treat men like fucking fashion.
And that's why they go through so many men. That's why they go through so many men, because what happens is you jump from relationship to relationship every time the man step out. You're not jumping from the relationship because the man is no longer taking care of his responsibility. You're not jumping from the relationship because he's not taking care of your kids. You leaving the relationship because the nigga stuck his dick in something else.
And looking
but
for
yet
it.
and still, you gonna go fuck with another nigga that's probably not gonna be or not do everything that the last man was doing. And then if he go stick his dick in something else, you gonna leave him and go. So you jumping from nigga to nigga to nigga. Just because your man sticking his dick in something else, you're doing the same thing he doing.
And if a man says, I'm supposed to have a woman that listens, and then he comes home and says, look at these dishes, and a woman gonna say, you're just looking for a reason to cheat, but you ain't supposed to have them dishes there. You've been sitting on your ass all day. Like, if a man say, look at my kids say, hey, well, you could have brought them something home to eat. Oh, really? But you ain't supposed to feed them. Now, if I get another chick to bring them something, you're gonna say I'm wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, look at my bathroom not clean. She gonna say, bro, you always looking for a reason to just do what you already want to do. You already want to leave me and take all my shit. That's why you keep going through my phone. You already want to do me like that in the door. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times people look for what they want to see, bro.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And so I feel like you're a misogynist when you walk around all day long trying to tell a woman what a woman is, and you know what I'm saying? And this ain't womanly about her. Why you wearing jeans? Why did you just burp? Why? Yeah, you're a misogynist, bro. Like I will agree. But at the same time, women don't understand when they're doing that to men. When you're always looking through his phone.
They're exercising misandry.
Yes, bro. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So I'm like, understanding on both sides, man. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to be the type of man that has to look at you, see flaws, and turn my head, there's no
Then you
way.
should look at me, see flaws, and turn your head.
Even if one of the flaws, you used to be a hoe, even if I'm a current one. Like, I never, and I explained this to my son when my 14-year-old son asked me about cheating. I said, man, look, this is how I look at it. I would never let a liar call me out for lying, check to see if I'm lying, or tell everybody I'm a fucking liar without me telling everybody they used to be a liar too. I would never let a thief call me out for thieving, tell everybody I steal, check to see if I'm steal without me letting everybody know this motherfucker used to be a fucking thief too.
Right.
And I believe the same thing when it comes to a hoe. I don't believe in judging a woman for being a hoe.
Right.
I don't believe in calling a woman out for being a hoe or being all in her hoish business. But I damn sure believe in having the same respect for fucking men. Stay out of nigga business. Your man marries you not knowing what in the fuck you done did. You ought to be married to him not knowing what the fuck he doing. Balance. I'm sorry, bro. And
Balance.
I know that doesn't want to be said. But when they go away from that, they go to single motherhood. Now it's burgers getting thrown on the ground.
Yep. It needs to be said.
Because we want to accept the fact that we don't want to accept the fact that everybody is human. People gonna make mistakes. The biggest reason why that burger get thrown on the ground, let's be real, man.
Moral of the story. Instead of being a woman that gotta take care of 4 kids by yourself and throw burgers on the ground, there's nothing wrong with having a man in your life that's providing for you and your 4 kids, and he may fuck something once a month.
Right,
I'm just saying. If you out there, you're a single mother, and you need help and you need assistance.
This ain't for the women with a faithful man. You ain't
Yeah,
gotta
we're not
accept
talking about
this
you. Yeah,
now.
we're not talking about y'all.
If you got 4 kids you can't give a burger to, you need to go link up.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make.
This ain't for the women
If
with
you
degrees
telling
and
that,
jobs,
if you telling
no.
your last baby daddy that you can't feed your kids in the house because your food stamps don't come for another 7 days, yeah, you need to have a man in the house that's gonna do something for
And
you.
don't go through
and
his
don't
phone.
be worried about what the fuck he doing.
So that wasn't all men need to cheat things. Nah. Some of y'all
not
need to
saying
let-
that. I wasn't
Some of
saying
y'all
that.
need to let some men cheat and just worry about the resources and the sustainment of life because you cannot do that yourself. And I tell a woman this: you worry about a man cheating on you when you can sustain your own life. He doesn't have to worry about that burden, so he can worry about the burden of being faithful to you.
Yep.
That's facts. When a man has to worry about taking care of your life and making sure that you got something, and you're a grown woman in a society where women are supposed to be able to do what men can too, why would you go look to cut that off behind the fact that he might have access to something that he's getting for free that he don't have to take care of? And then they say, why do you get so violent? Why do men get so violent when you find a side woman? Like, you know, we find out about the side, that's the stress relief. If you get rid of her, I'm just stuck with your ass now. And now I'm pissed. We gonna bring it out the bag. We gonna take it out the
That's
bag.
right. Niggas ain't mad. They caught.
They caught. No,
Niggas
they not mad. They caught.
No.
They mad because you finna go
Mad 'cause
tell
you
this,
trying
tell
to
that.
fuck up
You
my-
trying to fuck up my stress relief. And you can't do
I
that.
ain't gotta argue with this bitch.
Hey.
I ain't gotta have no type of now. I'm getting rubbed down with everything, right?
You know what I'm saying? I can take care of you at a cost because I get to be with her at a premium at a discount. Give me some, and just like you could be with me for life because you was with them for a moment. You would have thought you was a fool to have given me all of yourself and been a virgin and been with me. Yeah, women look at that as a fool these days. But yet our neighborhoods are where they're at today because they're not virgins and want to accept the fact that we're not going to be faithful. I mean, let's be real. We have to accept the fact our women are virgins. Connecting all this back to the burgers, that's where the 4 kids come from. The 4 different baby daddies. No religious sound obligation to a Bible
Right.
Or to virginity or to purity or to the race or none of that. I'm liberated. If I feel like having sex, if I want to have a baby, I can. Okay, cool. That's our women. Accept men for who we are to the end. We might have a community after that. Because it might be a man that might see her and say, you know what, you could be one of 3. You could be one of 1. Throwing burgers on the ground. But listen, I saw what you did, baby girl. I bought them other kids some food. Don't you got a wife?
All right, well, back to square one. Figure out how you gonna feed your kids.
then.
Figure out how you gonna feed your kids.
You want to be
now.
sexually liberated and be something that one dude has in monogamous relationships. That's never going to work. Y'all gonna be throwing burgers on the ground till Jesus come back. Okay?
And he ain't coming back.
McDonald's gonna go out of business by the time y'all motherfucker find a niggas gonna be faithful to y'all. And y'all got 3, 4 different kids, man. By different men. The only way you work that, bro, it's like I explain it's like a beat up car, bro. If I went and got the old Grand Marquis or the old Crown Vic or the old Buick that 4, 5 dope dealers in the hood done had, it's okay if I got it, as long as I got a Benz, as long as I got an Excursion or a big SUV sitting up, as long as I got the Cadillac, and I got the old school Buick that I bought from Lil Rodney. But if the only thing I got in my driveway is what I got from Lil Rodney, and before Lil Rodney had that, Big Charles had that, and before Big Charles had that, Lil Fred had that, and before Lil Fred had that, I'm not too proud of that car, bro. I gotta have a couple of y'all, bro, because y'all done been through some niggas. The only way I look like the nigga if I got a couple of y'all in the collective, and we need to stop being scared as men to come out and say that we do not feel player wifing up women with those type of reputations, bro. That's why we cheat and we don't value them. Stop
this
saying
is true. This is true.
We don't even cheat, bro. Because we're trying to hurt the woman, because we're trying to mess up the situation. We be cheating, trying to make sure we don't get caught and the situation works out. Just so burgers don't get thrown on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
They go look for it.
I think it'll be a good ad for trying to get people to eat healthy. No, that'd be a good ad, right? Throw the McDonald's on the ground. Don't eat this shit. You know what I mean? Like it'd be a good ad, but
my kids rather go hungry.
Right, but that's not your mentality because I know them goddamn kids eat McDonald's. So
yeah.
what you did was foul.
You know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to say is we gotta build, man. I'm pretty sure there wasn't everybody in Africa, one man with 16 wives. Nah, bro, they was for the women who husbands might have died in war, the ones that might have had sex out of bad, because this been going on since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
And a man looked at her and said, well, I'll take care of you and your child. I got a wife. But I'll take care of you and my child. And they're like, y'all just trying to push polygamy. Y'all need to be pushing peace.
Yeah, y'all need to be pushing polygamy because polygamy is polygamy is equivalent to sisterhood, if you ask me.
Yeah,
personally.
it is. You only need one man and a bunch of women. One man serving that purpose.
An
African lady said that, man.
No, because at the end of the day, I said this before, there are more women than men. So if every man is monogamous, there's women that's saying that it's okay for millions of women to not have a man. So there's gonna have to be some of these men, a lot of them are gonna be faithful. But some of these men is gonna call for them to have 3 women, 4 women.
Or a burger be thrown on the ground.
Or a burger be thrown on the ground.
And why do I keep I hate to say it, bro.
Yeah,
That's all I can avoid this, bro. But I came in I was like driving like, damn. She really got 4 kids and asking one dude who really can't do it just because he got 1 kid by to do it. When really, if you want that one dude to do it, why don't you just go sleep with another? That's all it costs is the coochie you already gave up. Why don't you go find a dude that
pay you
take
for some
head
food and then go buy food and then go buy food for your kids.
And then buy food for your kids.
Absolutely.
Nah, all the other women got husbands, so you want to be a hoe and a wife in the same lifetime.
Yeah.
And don't understand the women.
Because you got rid of this nigga, and I'm assuming you got rid of him when you said he's not buying any more food for the others because he's bitter. Only why a nigga's bitter is because you ended the relationship.
By hoeing.
So that means
cheated.
you got rid of a nigga that was taking care of all 4 of your kids. Bitch, you get what you asked for.
Or go settle for less.
You get what you asked for.
Like Kevin Samuels say, are you willing to share? He just pull up his glass and say, are you willing to share? Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these women need to open up their mindset to polygamy, not to the benefit of them, because you made the kids to the benefit of yourself in a polygamous manner. Right. That's how you got 3, 4 different baby daddies, and they not here buying burgers.
And I've never been in a polygamous relationship.
Me neither.
But I know enough about it to where I can understand that women don't even know it or look at it bad, but they probably would love that shit. You know why? Because you got a group of girlfriends in the house.
And
you hang around with your goddamn girlfriends all the time.
And they lazy as hell. Imagine chopping up who washed the dishes tonight, who folded the clothes this week, who gonna suck them up tonight. Hey, y'all teamwork, dreamwork.
Because again, the women want a nigga to be all faithful to them, commit everything to them, don't do nothing else. But yet and still, it's days where that nigga want his dick sucking. I'm not in the mood. Nigga want ass. I don't feel like doing it.
And now
well, shit, there's 3 more in here now. Now you ain't got to do it.
Instead of him spending the money on other women and saving them from poverty and saving their kids from growing up without a father, you want that on the Gucci bag, only not to have to suck dick on the 13th.
Right.
And then we go through his phone and you find out he was fucking off on the 13th because you got the Gucci bag on the 12th. It's a problem, man. You got the Gucci bag on the 12th. You suck dick that night, but you ain't sucking on the 13th. This nigga out $3,000 about a Gucci bag. He is pissed. Okay? You gonna get his dick sucked, man. I'm just telling you how it goes.
Yeah, and the
that
reality
gonna
is
leave him and go throw burgers on the ground.
And throw. Say it again, bro.
She gonna leave him, bro.
And
maybe
what?
not her.
And throw what?
And hold on, maybe not her. Maybe not her, but maybe her granddaughter, maybe her daughter gonna throw burgers on the ground, bro.
She gonna be a burger thrower.
She gonna spark the mind of the woman who will be. She gonna raise burger throwers, bro. These women out here throwing burgers, man.
That's these government sisters.
Throwing inflation.
Government sisters.
It's finna be a food shortage, man.
Mm-hmm.
And she throwing burgers on the ground.
I won't be surprised if when that camera went off, she went and picked that bitch up, bro. She might have thought second. She might have had second thought. The 5-second rule. It wasn't down there.
Y'all
for
go
5
down and
seconds?
shoot y'all grandmama. Look what she did. Look what she did. When sipped the shit out the street. That was. It went broke ass. Man, look. Nah, y'all either gonna have to get it together. Understand the value that a man really brings to a family, man. You feel what I'm saying? Men gonna have to get together, understand the value they really bring to it because that man can't give up.
Right.
Understand the value you bring to that child's life. You gotta go against hell, my high water. You gotta climb mountains, cross oceans and rivers. You gotta do whatever it takes to that man old enough to take care of himself. I mean, that's just you got a son out here, man. You cannot leave him out here unprotected. By the time he learn how to protect himself, you're not gonna like who he is.
That's a fact.
You feel what I'm saying? You have to let your son know you gonna be Ike's daddy here. You ain't gotta do that. I'll thug for you. You worry about going to school. You worry about being a good son of your mother.
Right.
You worried about being productive in this society. You worried about being a gentleman of these women. You ain't got to worry about defending yourself from no hoes. None of that. I got you from all that. You worry about just doing right, son.
I agree.
And loving yourself and knowing yourself. They never get to do none of that protecting themselves.
Right.
Surviving for themselves. Feeding themselves. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like we get the father back in the home by any means necessary or group the
fuck up.
After you're done hoeing, after you had your fun, okay? And I've been saying it, and it's something that just really lay natural in my soul. If you're going to be that kind of woman, understand, you're not finna be no one of one to no man when you've already been one of many to many men.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Group up, man. You can't be the old school Buick that need a tune-up every 3 months, and that's all the man can drive. You're going to have to be one of several vehicles. And for the woman who has chose to be that 2022 600 Benz, she will find a man that, that's all he wants to be in. And he refuses to be anything less. Because that's who he is. And he might have had a couple of Buicks before that, but when he get that 600 Benz, never again.
Yeah.
Because that's life. You feel what I'm saying? So women need to understand, I can't have it all. And I think back to the thesis, Roe versus Wade, man, that was a sign to them. We may not be able to teach our generation of women that's coming up that they can have it all.
Right. And it brings accountability and responsibility. That's how I look at Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade is putting accountability and responsibility on not only the women, but the men. But more so the women. Yeah. But more so the women, because if the baby is inside of their stomach, depending on where they at, they have to carry this baby full term. Because we do have to still put it out there that they didn't ban abortions all over the United States of America. There are places where you can still have abortions, right? And then up to a certain amount of period. So abortions will still be going on. Make no mistake about it. However, there will be less of them happening. And this will encourage women to be more accountable, more responsible. I had a woman say, until this Roe v. Wade situation is dealt, we shouldn't have sex with men. And it's like, well, shit, goddamn it. If y'all was doing that beforehand, you wouldn't have had a whole bunch of fucking abortions.
I bet God, I bet when she said that, until Roe versus Wade is overturned, we're not having sex with men. I bet God said, got him, coach. Got him, coach. God and Jesus did like this. Look at him, Jesus. Look at him, Jesus. God and Jesus started dabbing each other up, bro.
Got him.
What? Got him. Come here, Holy Spirit. We did it, baby. Oh, come here, angels. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah. Look at them. They stopped fucking. Yeah. Yeah, we got them. Yeah, what you talking about, bro? If y'all, that's redundant.
Yeah.
Keep
It
fucking.
make no sense at all.
Just find a dude that's gonna fuck and look at you for who you is, but still give you the resource. You don't even want the man. They get into the relationship and be like, this dude is so boring. I'm just so sick and tired of you. Don't even want the man. You want the resources, but you just want to be able to get what every woman got that wasn't you, because you've been promised that you can have your cake and eat it too. I don't think that's fair to the good women. It's like, I don't think it's fair that Roe versus Wade was overturned for the women who needed health wise.
Right.
Just because so many women are taking advantage of it for personal
reasons, yeah.
and
Using it as contraceptive.
Using it as a contraceptive, you know what I'm saying? So now the women who have to sit back medically and say, well, now I gotta fucking die. If I get pregnant, the baby gonna kill me.
Well, no, they have the
That's
the
what
right.
they're
yeah.
thinking.
Yeah, but they do have under those circumstances they have the right to
But
do
that's
abortion.
what they're scared of, when they're gonna take that away and all that, all because of how this was handled.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I really look at it like that when it comes to the women being over-sexual. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want the same men. Now, there's less men. You want to go out there and be over-sexual, but then the woman who wasn't comfortable with that, wasn't cool with that, who was religious, who was reserved, who grew up with a father and respected that, who grew up with a mother that didn't raise her that way, you want to say you deserve the same type of man that she's getting. No, you don't. You don't the same. If this woman has been a woman of low sexual mileage, bro, we're just gonna call it how it is. She deserves a man that has high sexual discipline. If you're a woman of high sexual mileage, you deserve a man of low sexual discipline. There's no avoiding that, bro. And they've been trying to avoid that at the cost of the kids. Roe v. Wade. Burgers on the ground. Because of that, bro. Being one job gonna keep them on point, man.
We might have to change the topic of today's
To
show
burgers
to
on the
burgers
ground.
on the ground. God damn it.
I'm gonna
Burgers
make
on
a
the ground.
song. Burgers on the ground.
Burgers on the ground. God damn it.
Hoes acting clown, throwing burgers on the ground. You feel what I'm saying? Baby daddy's on the ground, they throwing burgers on the ground.
Remix.
Nah, bro.
Get
it's
Diddy
just
on it. We're gonna
you
get
feel
Diddy
what
on
I'm
that
saying?
bitch.
Burgers on the ground. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Take that.
Take that. You know what I'm saying? That burger went on the ground, still take that. You know what I'm saying? You was hungry, but like, yeah, she's like, bro, I just don't understand how the relationship is for procreation outside of religion. Outside of religion and serving God and honoring God, a relationship between a man and a woman is for procreation, to make sure our human existence doesn't go extinct.
Right.
Where did all the personal shit come from? He's making sure the human race doesn't go extinct with her. You immature, non-science reading ass look good. Like, what the hell wrong with you? And didn't you go over there and create and practice procreate with this man and then this man for free?
Yeah.
I'm paying for you, man. Well, I got my own money. Well, then demand being faithful, because
So
I'll be faithful to any hoe. You can take any hoe off a
You
stripper
done
pole,
procreated with 3 different men, had
and
3
I'll still
different
be with her,
kids,
and I'll be faithful for free.
and want this man. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna look you in your eye. I would be with that for free. Give me any woman with 17 kids. She take care of 17 kids, and I don't have to pay her bills, and I can come in life as a man and just take care of myself. I'll be with her for free. I'll be faithful to her for free. I'm not taking care of you. Used to be riding your little hoe, my nigga. I'm not doing it. And I will, but you want to be one a minute. And that's our terms. We need to set out some terms, man. We don't never set our terms, man.
Yeah, no, terms need to be set.
We need to be set some terms, bro. You want to be a hoe, you're going to be one a minute, period. I'm not even playing this game with y'all no more, because it's going to be burgers on the ground.
God damn it.
Fuck, man. I don't even encourage, bro. Tired of this, man. Fries everywhere, bro. Golly, all cause why?
Juice stained the whole motherfucking sidewalk.
The crackhead, it was a crack. That she was wrong for that. Nah, the crackhead saying that, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro.
I wish you would have threw it in the trash. I could have went back and got that bitch.
It's way deeper. Roe versus Wade, burgers on the ground is way deeper than just what we just seeing, man. It all boils down to us not valuing the other sex. Men need to value women in a way that we know to. And I think a lot of us do, majority-wise. But we're doing it outside of sex, though. You feel what I'm saying?
We do.
They are what we need to procreate life. The problem is they don't look at us the same. They've been taught socially that they are 90% of the reason why life comes to this earth, and our little 10-second nut is the only reason why. It's just a little process they need to get the
Because
rest
they
of.
government sisters.
Because they, I forgot about that.
They
time
government
we coined. They
sisters.
government sisters, man.
Yeah, Roe v.
Golly.
Wade, burgers on the ground, government sisters. You know, coined a
Oh,
lot
my
of terms
God.
here, a lot of
I mean-
phrases here today.
I say government sisters, burgers on the ground.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? But now, man, I just feel like, being a government sister, yeah, you don't get to be a true wife like that. You might get in a situation where a man values you, he covers, he loves you, but once you feel that, but government sister's supposed to give you an opportunity to be successful by yourself. You're not supposed to end up depending on nobody. A real successful government sister took what she took, and because there's a lot of women that get child support don't need it, just do it to be petty. I like that shit though. You feel what I'm saying? By principle, take care of your child. I don't need it. I love it. I love the idea of a woman that makes 6 figures a year. Her baby daddy makes $50K. He pays child support out that $50K. She watches the child 100% of the time. Take care of your kid, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with her money. Because I want it to work the same way on the other end. If I'm making $300,000 a year, and when I got you pregnant, I was making $50K. You only getting $50K. I don't care what I done made past that, bro. So I try to be as balanced as I can be.
It's all about being. I'm all about being fair and unbiased.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We got to be fair. That's what I advocate for.
But women like
just
that,
make it fair.
Women like that, bro, never accept the fact that any relationship you be in is gonna be one of involving many other women.
Yeah. Like you just gotta make it fair. Like, you know, I call one. I said the bitch word a couple times here.
Yeah.
You know, I try not to use it as much, but in certain instances it gotta be used. Like I'm on Clubhouse one day, we having a discussion in the room. There's a bunch of us talking in the room. And one girl jump off her mic. Oh man, you niggas is driving me. I said, hold up with the you nigga shit. Like we all sitting here having a casual conversation. The way you used that was derogatory. I always use nigga. I'm just using. All right, well, so I'm gonna start calling y'all bitches on this platform then. If you feel like it's okay for you to just you niggas every time you're addressing black men, I'm gonna start saying you bitches because I'm all about being fair. Like, do I want to call my sister bitches? No. But if y'all can't respect us enough to not to call us niggas in a derogatory sense,
like white folk,
yeah, then hell yeah,
like
I'm gonna call y'all some
not
bitches.
Like white folk, but the wild black women to say you niggas as if we are a group not belonging unto them,
exactly.
like white people,
exactly.
Like racist white people, not like white people. I keep saying
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got to be correct on the show,
Good correction.
But like,
it's some good white allies out there,
man. I look at we all spirits, man.
Absolutely.
We got to get rid of the race thing, period. Which is why they
I
government
agree.
sisters, man.
I agree.
I'm tired
100%.
of the race divide, period. We're all
100%.
people, bro. I can sit down with a racist white man. I guarantee if you lock us in a jail cell and come back 3 years later, be my best fucking friend. I ain't never been in jail like that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Why? Environment, man. As long as there's a separation of mindset,
right?
Then yeah, I'm always look at them like it's just so much different between another human being that got a different type of skin complexion or tone.
But once the mindset change, you can accept the fact that we are
I'm
all human
a man.
beings. Absolutely.
That's a woman. That's another woman. The color doesn't matter.
And then
bro.
when y'all sit down and actually get to talking, y'all see how much y'all have in common. Even if this white man is more wealthy than you, I have conversation. I sat down like going through child support, going through kids' mother drama, like. The same shit.
I had a white man
it's just
tell
that
me.
he financially.
I had a white man
so
tell me one time.
Yeah.
I sent her to college. Yeah, I sent because he was from Georgia. He said I sent her down to Auburn University, the big school. He was a rich dude, but like in the country. He said I sent her to the big school, and she goes down there. She starts acting funny first semester, but I don't really catch it, you know. And when she graduates, she comes tell me, you know, she can't do this anymore. And then 3 months later, she's pregnant by some guy that she went to school with. And you know, then she puts me on child support for the daughter that I got. I'm just sitting here like, damn, the whole time I was just fishing for 4 years. I never seen it coming. I thought I was. He said when he think about what he was doing the whole time she was plotting all that, he said he was fishing.
Crazy.
We all going through the same thing, man.
It's a man woman thing.
Yeah,
it's not a
human thing. It's a human race thing, man. Let's end the divides, man. Even though we saw a woman acting like that was of color, there's women out there that take advantage of their government and they sexual liberation. Because some women who sexually liberated just not be judged for the times that they get too goddamn horny to have sex. Yeah, and you just out here fucking every night.
And we got to understand that the hood and poverty is a lot of places. We deal with it in the hood, but you go to redneck towns, like that's poverty, that's hood. They talk with us. They don't talk proper English. They talk crazy. They act crazy amongst each other. They fuck within the, like it's a bunch of shit that go on. So poverty don't just exist in black hoods or black communities.
And a ghetto or a hood ain't just black.
And that's why, you know, we're going to get to this song that we're going to play when I finish, which is called Classism. Because I want people to understand that no matter how much we know that race exists in America, we know that there's some racist people, but there's racist black people. Now, I'm not talking about the system of racism, because we know the system, you have to have power and influence to actually do that. I'm talking about people. Like there's white people that don't like black people. There's black people that don't like white people.
And they're racist.
But the reality of it is we are all one people, bro, and we have a lot of commonalities, and we only gonna get to a better place by understanding that it's not about white and black, it's about class.
Yeah.
If you're poor, if
Let's
you're
stick
below
together.
the poverty line, even if you're middle class, because they try to make the middle class people feel safe. I've been in that bucket. I made 6 figures a year working in corporate America. We're not safe as much either. We get crushed. The
In
middleman
one instant.
get crushed.
The poor can stay poor, the rich can stay rich.
Right.
The middleman always either
They
gotta
always
go
gonna
get rich or you gonna go
or
back
you
poor.
get
You're not gonna
crushed.
stay that middle
So it's
long.
like you need the middleman to understand, to stop being or looking down upon the people that's impoverished. But then you need the impoverished people to understand that these people in the middle can change your mindset.
Yeah.
And then once we all collectively understand that we're on the same playing
Outside
field,
of color.
now we outside of color,
Spiritually.
we can make some fucking progress.
Hey man,
And
let's end the show on that.
That's all I wanted to say. Today's been a great show. This is 2 Peas in a Pod.
Cass.
I'm your host, Rich.
And I'm your host, DK.
And this song we about to play for you right now is called Classism.
I
Check
hope
it
y'all
out.
enjoy
It's
it,
off
man.
my album Worth the Wait.
Worth the wait.
Oh no, backward.
They say the rich get richer and the poor don't get a fucking thing. Classism, it's all about who got the cream. By any means, try and live the American dream. And this just one big hell of a scheme. Around money, so you gotta get the cheese. They say crime don't pay. Well, it's evident to me that it does. You gotta make a killing off of drugs. Shit, the mob was cleaning money through the pub. Fish markets, pizzeria, restaurants, storefronts, just to put up a front. But that cocaine was moving, could get you what you want. During the Great Depression, number man had they run. Worked for Queen Madam, say Clan Bumpy Johnson. Dutch Schultz had cops on his payroll. Did as he say so, anytime that he say so. Money makes the world go round just like a halo. A family made his name in my hood slinging yayo. Later made the papers, Operation Hold the Mayo. These prison corporations making billions off us. Feds seize our assets, and they take millions from us. Rich get richer, and the poor don't get a fucking thing. Classism, it's all about who got the cream. By any means, try and live the American dream. And this just one big hell of a scheme. I'm noticing there's the ones above and the ones below. And the ones who fall right in the middle, yo. Risk takers that can either go high or low. That kind of talk is foreign for you like 5-year-old. Big drip on my big shit, Versace head to toe. I keep shit lit wherever the hell I go. Sell my soul forever, no matter the pay. It's a designer system rigged, you heard it from Ye. Hustlers buy Jordans when the fiends buy crack. And the white man get paid off for all of that. I mean, it's one big hell of a scheme. You can't see it, to put that fish scale on the beam for you to wait it in the cut while you niggas hate it. I made it. What the fuck are you niggas wearing? I'm a favorite of the favorites, that's favor fam. I should start taxing you niggas like Oakland Sam. The rich get richer and the poor don't get a fucking thing. Classism, it's all about who got the cream. By any means, try and live the American dream. And this just one big hell of a scheme.